Okay, friends, we're going to talk about self-advocacy, and I'm going to share a story with you about going to the dentist today. So, I actually enjoy going to the dentist to get my teeth cleaned because I love walking away with a fresh mouth. And I have done so much in the last few years to make sure that I'm taking care of my mouth health and my teeth health. And so it was, first of all, so delightful to share that with my hygienist because so many people begrudgingly go to the dentist. And I said to her, look, like, I love taking care of my body. I feel like it's my way of honoring my body. I'm on this journey of like really honoring God, and part of that is honoring my body. And so there were several moments throughout the cleaning where she did something and I asked her about what she was doing. And at some point she did like a pre-screening for cancer, which is just kind of something that they do in, I guess, in dental appointments sometimes. But I asked her, like, what are you looking for when you put your fingers like all in these places in my mouth? And I just got curious. And that is not something that I used to do. And I now realize that I have just become so much more practiced at asking questions, at being curious, at advocating for myself. And at some point, she really acknowledged me because she said, so many people don't do that. Like, so few people actually ask questions when they're in appointments with her. And she even shared about a patient who recently was with the dentist and was going through some kind of procedure, and it wasn't until afterward that she shared about some like serious discomfort that she was in. And we started talking about how a lot of people think that if someone has credentials or a PhD or whatever, a doctorate, like they feel scared to advocate for themselves. But the invitation, my friends, is that you advocate for yourself. And I'm bringing this up because this is one small example of me doing this with a dentist, but you can apply this anywhere in your life. You can be at the grocery store and ask the person behind the meat counter specific questions about where the meat comes from and why they why they, I don't know, tenderize it the way that they do. I'm actually realizing that apparently I have questions about meat now. The point is that part of breaking out of victim consciousness is recognizing our agency, is recognizing that we have an ability to ask questions about what is happening to us in the case of medical appointments, but to also ask questions about our lives and our choices, right? Like, it's all connected. If I'm asking questions and getting curious about something in one area of my life, guess what? I can apply that to other areas of my life. And this is how I have broken out of this patterning around like life just happening to me and needing to just kind of accept that this is, being in relationships that I've been in and just accepting that, oh, okay, I guess this is how it's going to be, right? And feeling too scared to speak up about something, feeling too scared to ask, feeling too scared to say, this is how I feel, feeling too scared to say, like, that didn't feel good, feeling too scared to leave when I knew on some level that that's what I should do. Like, those patterns that had me feel scared to ask questions, to be curious, to consider other perspectives, to consider other possibilities. Like, I broke through them by being willing to ask questions, to recognize I didn't know everything there is to know, to give up the pride, to get curious, to seek alternative perspectives, to not be so rigid and not feel so boxed in and not feel so victimized and not feel like imprisoned by whatever I was experiencing. So, if you're ever in a situation where you have an internal experience of, wow, like this doesn't feel good, or like I wonder about that, say it, speak it. I feel scared. I feel uncomfortable. I feel weird. Or ask a question, asking a question. What is happening here? What are you what are you seeking to find as you probe my body? What is the process that happens? Should you find something is off? What can I do to tend more to this part of my body, this part of my life? It's just, it's a good way to live. It's a good way to live, to be in inquiry, to advocate for oneself, to practice that even in seemingly small moments. Because those small moments are your life. That's your life. So, it's my word for today. Sending you love.